Hi, welcome to Cool Trip Walks. Let me flip it around and introduce myself. I'm your host, I'm Tom, and today we are at the US National Whitewater Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we have been here before, and it is most definitely the off season. So we're going to be exploring one of the many trails that is offered here that you can either hike or walk or run and bike as well. So I hope you'll join us, and let's get started. So today we are doing the River Jam Loop Walk or hike, and we're just going to continue on here and a little bit about the channel if you haven't visited before. We are a virtual treadmill scenery channel, or treadmill virtual scenery channel, and we provide scenery and a little bit of a narrated talking walk. And if you decide, a talking walk isn't for you, please feel free to hit your playlist on your favorite music and just enjoy the scenery. But I'd like to think that this channel also offers some opportunities for travel research. I've leveraged other walking channels for such thing, and I hope that some of the places that we go to also can help folks with that. And as I mentioned here at the top, we are at the US National Whitewater Center. So in addition to the rafting, they've got a canopy tour, and this is a trail that I have not hiked previously. All I've done really is been around the Whitewater River Loop. So I've done the rafting, I've walked it on a previous episode, and I encourage you to go check it out. If this is the first episode you're watching, go back and check our Whitewater Center video, which the river was running. It was definitely in the season back in the late spring. And you get to see a little bit of how much power goes through there. But today, the river was actually dry. They were doing either repairs or upgrades, and they actually set up a ice skating rink for the holidays. So, that was actually really kind of interesting. I didn't realize they did that here. So let me just cover a couple additional details for us. It is currently late November. It is 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll get you the Celsius here, 17 degrees Celsius. So we have a fairly warm day, and I thought I'd get out here even though it rained last night, basically because it's the last warm day we're going to have for about a week. We get not too cold here in the Carolinas, but we're going to get into the 50s and lower for the next week or so. Welcome to the channel, and a little bit more about what we do besides going on walks. So what I've done is we go places, whether it's local, regional, or international, and just try and find some cool things along our walks to make it worth it. One of the founding premises of our channel is you don't have to go too far to have a cool trip, right? So, if you haven't been to a park or you've driven by it a number of times and it could be cool, why not just go? Get up, get some exercise, help your spirits, and maybe see some cool things along the way, like this awesome zipline canopy they have up here. It's a big netted walkway. And for those that are returning subscribers, thank you for your subscriptions. This is going to be our last episode of the year. And then we get into the holidays. And then we'll start the new year with some episodes in snowy Montreal, Canada. So I'm excited for that. For anybody that's new to the channel, please, we're trying to grow. We're growing slowly, but any subscriber would be helpful. So please hit that subscription button and likes, and we would really greatly appreciate it. It gives you that extra fire to get out and create new content when you know that it's being appreciated. So we'd love to see that happen. So this trail is rated as easy. It's about 1.5 miles. It's not a real long trail today. Doesn't seem overly muddy for the rain. And part of the reason why I wanted to revisit the Whitewater Center, besides the fact that it offers so many trails, is that it's a different season. So we were here last in the late spring, and I'm going to go this way. Nope, not that way. I'm going to go to the north. We're here in the late spring, and as you can see here, it's late autumn. So we're showing you the opposite way to go. Oh, I'm slowing up the zip line guy. It's cool. It's getting some use today. Maybe he'll go. But it looks like he's probably just working. So it's a good chance to revisit here, get a different season. I didn't realize, I've never been to the Whitewater Center when they've closed the river down. So that was something to see. I'm going to post some pictures of that on the community section of the channel. And maybe I'll even throw a pop-up picture here in the video in editing. We'll see. So return visitors of the channel will know we've got a lot of great hiking trails, a lot of forested hiking trails in the area. And so, you know, I've lived here about 20 years, and I've passed a lot of these places and never been. So it's a lot of first-time experience and just seeing what we have to offer. I mean, look at this view. All these really tall pine trees. It's just really interesting to see. Now, let's see, did I get off the route? I did. One of the things that can happen frequently, as it appears, is that I am very talented in getting misdirected sometimes. And we must have missed a fork in the path. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. Bet you that other one that I saw was the way to go. That was totally it. I took the south trail, the north trail instead of the south trail. We'll just hop on back and fix that. Now, I covered a lot of the history of the Whitewater Center in our previous episode, but the Cliff Notes version is that this was undeveloped parkland for Mecklenburg County, which is the county that the city of Charlotte resides in. And a group decided, hey, it's on the Catawba River. We think we can make a whitewater training center for the US national team. So the Olympic whitewater team does train here. And they did. Had a little rough go of it during the Great Recession, bounced back, and is now growing. And there's a lot of development as far as the amenities that are here, besides the trails and the cool zip lines. They hold concerts, which they call the River Jam. They have a great selection of craft brews, if that's your thing. So, oh, I hear a zip line. Can't see it from here, though. Sorry for the swinging of the camera. Back to the trail. So they have a whole lot here to explore. You can easily spend the day here, which if you go rafting when it's in the season, you're going to want to spend the day here because the tickets are fair value, but they are not terribly inexpensive. A little slippery from the rain here, so I'm trying to be careful on these rocks. Yay. Got a little creek that's bounced up. So insofar as where in relationship to Charlotte the Whitewater Center is, it'd probably be a good 20-25 minute ride depending on traffic conditions. So it's not too far. It's a shame that we're not closer to the zip line there. I've seen or read about the zip lining. I have not been on this trail, so it's actually cool to see it in action. All right, we're back on the trail. Little detour there. So we've had some really great interaction with visitors on site in the discussion area. If you've had a great experience here at the Whitewater Center or you have any questions, feel free to drop some positive discussion points, and do love the interaction with our visitors on the channel. Happy to help you as best I can. I was hoping we'd get to some river. Looks like some water ahead. One small theme we seem to have on the channel is water features. Not sure really what that is. It looks a little stagnant out there and very muddy, so definitely won't trek that way. We do call it the River Jam Loop, so I was hoping there'd be Catawba River vantage points. Hard to know. Don't really feel geographically like we're there, but it does look like it here, so we'll take a look. And that's the fun part of getting out to your parks. It's just exploring what there is. right, I'm going to swing the camera back and we're going to hit that trail. Cool vantage point. You could probably hear the jet noise above. Sorry about that. But we happen to be fairly close to the Charlotte International Airport. So there is a lot of air traffic around these parts. And, I've seen multiple articles this year mentioning that Charlotte International Airport is now the 7th ranked airport in traffic in the world. So busy airport. They seem to be constantly renovating, expanding, upgrading the terminals. So whenever I go back for a trip, business or personal, it's always different. You're like, wasn't something here before? All right, bit of a drainage creek here. Need to walk over the pipe here. I really like all the leaves. It really gives it that holiday flavor. Of course, they're a little slippy today, so have to be careful about that. Another good view of the river out there. And as I've mentioned in a lot of episodes, because a lot of our hikes kind of are near or close or on the water here, the Catawba River, it is a major river here in North Carolina. It is dammed at various points for power generation. And the Whitewater Center's Whitewater River is actually a closed loop, so it doesn't tie into or tap the Catawba River's water. Also makes it very warm when you're in the middle of summer going to the Whitewater Center if you happen to fall off your raft, which I have actually done a couple times. And just in case you thought that looked like a cool tree, you better keep off. But they do offer rentals for kayaks, so you can go and kayak the Catawba. There's stand-up paddleboarding. I'm not sure about canoes. I'm an Eagle Scout, so I was really big into the canoe thing. That might be fun. I'm okay with kayaks, but canoes are a little bit more relaxed. And they have flatter keels for rivers, or if you need more keel, you can get that too. But it's pretty calm in this section of the river. We've got a lot of pine forest here. Now we are close to the US holiday of Thanksgiving. So that usually means in this country that there are lots of sales to be had. I'm not here to sell anything, but if you're looking and you happen to see something, maybe a subscription to All Trails. So if you're trying to figure out, well, where do I go? Where do I start? How do I start my fitness journey? How do I get walking, right? It doesn't require anything but a good pair of shoes, maybe a hiking stick if you want some extra balance. So it's a very low barrier to entry. All you have to do is get up and go out and reap the benefits of extra strength in your legs, your posture, your balance, and certainly your mental health will flourish as well. So it's good to get out. But All Trails is a tool that I ran into early in the channel, and there was no earlier path there, but I'm going to go this way. Shows there was. I'm sorry, I'm going to turn the camera fast. Maybe there's a tree trail here. I'm using it right now to see where the path is. Yep, there it is. But it can help you in things like this. Hey, I went too far. But what I really like about it is, and it's international, is that you can look and see where you're going to be or where you are and what's available to you. So it's a good way to find resources pretty quickly. If you use the web, you can usually find a lot of their data is public. You can't do the advanced things like tracking your hike and where you are. But, as far as the stuff that might be in the area, you can certainly find that. And it's pretty good value. And the subscription is not terribly expensive. I think I spent a little over $30 for a whole year. So compared to a lot of other subscription life we have, that's a reasonable one. I'm glad we're in the trees versus that other path going through the power line corridor. A little bit more pretty here. We probably would have gotten here, but I think we took the prettier path. Well, if you're a trail runner, this would be a good one. You have some good inclines here. Get a good workout. Wow, look at this view. Love the light. And that's, one of the benefits of having started this channel is just the experiences I've had just filming for you, seeing a light like this and capturing it. Thankfully, the technology makes everybody seem much better than they are probably in photography and film work. It's an amazing camera. And here we go. We have some high tension towers. You'll hear the electricity on the wires as we go in. And this is probably going to lead us back to the parking lot that we started at. I did mention that there's a lot of management of the river for power generation. Charlotte area does have a nuclear plant, and there are also additional power generation stations, and I think there's some nuclear in South Carolina as well. We're very close to the border here at the Whitewater Center, just a matter of a couple miles to South Carolina. And there's an American Airlines jet. You can tell from the tail. Might be hard to see in the camera. Coming in to the Charlotte airport. One thing you might not know, as you can see in front of us, this area's got a lot of red clay. I mean, when I'm gardening in the backyard, it feels like I could really literally do some pottery with it. I haven't tried, probably wouldn't work, but it is very thick stuff. And part of the reason North Carolinians have had the nickname of Tar Heels, right? Getting stuck in the mud and clay. All right, I'm thinking we're going to be going that way. Yes. Getting really close here. Interesting tall grasses here. Oh wow, there's some deer. Didn't expect that. They're in the tall grass here. I just saw them jumping. Oh, here's one over here. I think we found a family of deer. Will we see one? Is the question. They're really hidden good in there. This is for the actual size of the disturbance in the grasses. In fact, I saw some hopping action. Wouldn't have known that they were deer per se. That is cool. As close as we've come on our walks. Maybe we'll turn up something a little closer. You never know. Trying to keep a sharp eye out here. Hey. Somehow, I don't know, am I still on the trail? Expecting to get more directly to the Whitewater Center. Well, I guess I do. All right. And this is the South Main. We'll follow the trail. All right, back into the woods. All right. think I got turned off the path there. I don't really feel like going down the road here. Doesn't seem to be what I'm supposed to do. No access. All right, well, I guess we'll take the path. As I did say, Whitewater Center does hold a lot of events throughout the year, particularly on weekends. You can get onto their website and see what the schedule is. And as you'll see in a moment, there's a lot of parking. So you could be almost as far out, depending on how busy it is. That cluster of buildings straight ahead past the tower. And those cars up on that hill, that's where the main campus, if you will, resides. If you're coming here to enjoy just the trails like we have, there is a parking fee. So you can get the current parking fee information on the website. But that's it. You didn't have to pay anything more than that. Just a little traffic. And that archway, it marks where we started. So I think this is a good point to say we hope you got your workout goals today, that you closed your rings if you're into the Apple Watch, that it's been a privilege and wonderful year to make this channel and to film these places for you, and I hope that you will subscribe and join us again in the future. We'll have some even greater things hopefully in the next year, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.